Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video. Today is your monthly Multiversus reminder that this is a game, and hopefully somewhat soon we can see it. I'm hoping it's not a situation where, just like the end of the game, where they kind of push things back so much that eventually they had to rip off the band and say, hey, we're shutting this game down for a good amount of time. And sadly, since they kept the promise of early this year, we are waiting, and people are coping. So hopefully, somewhat soon. Maybe by miracle tomorrow there'll be something. But I'll keep the prayers in the sky and just trying to live my life. But today I want to talk about things I want to see in multiverses and things I don't want to see. Obviously, they're probably already halfway done. Not even halfway. They're probably mostly done with what they want the game to be. And this opinion logistically doesn't matter. But it'll be nice just to share some opinions around. You guys can go in the comments and tell me what you wanted to see or hope to see very soon, hopefully, and we can just create a discussion because I love discussing things. So let's just get into it. So we're going to talk about some things that I do want to see, and one of those things is somewhat of an easier access to Gleamium, right? We love skins, right? I don't know about you, but I'm a big cosmetic enthusiast. I'm a big fashion man. I love seeing different ways that you can incorporate just slight nods to what they came from the show, from the movie, just to create something new and something fun to look at. It personally makes me feel more connected to a character. And since it's a free-to-play game, which, to be fair, we don't know if it's going to be free-to-play later, but it would be nice to get some more cosmetics for people that don't want to spend money, right? Not everybody has an infinite money glitch where they can just fucking pay whatever they want. So, being able to get freer skins, getting Gleamium easier would probably be nice. There's multiple ways you can do this, right? You can make coins partially like a transfer system where you take your gold, you put it into Gleamium, you trade the gold for Gleamium, bada bing, bada boom, you got Gleamium. Now, would it be easy? No, because Warner Brothers themselves need money, and I don't think they're gonna go easy on that. Do I like highly expect this to ever be like an actual thing? No, I don't. There's no way in hell. Fortnite, one of the most successful free-to-play games, the most successful free-to-play game, doesn't really give you free V-Bucks unless you're a founder of Save the World. Other than that, they don't give you shit. They just give you free stuff from year to year. So, a game like being made from a smaller team and from a company that is failing slightly, they're not doing so well right now. No way in hell. But it would be nice, it would help people just get things without having to pay them. Because it's nicer that way. We don't like to pay for things, especially in-game cosmetics. I'm personally fine with doing it, but a lot of people are not. And that's totally fair, but it is kind of sad because then you stick with the same thing. At least for me, I really can't see the same thing over and over and over. And PFG does such a good job on cosmetics, right? Like, some of them are literally slight nods to things. Some are literally different characters. That's super cool, and the voice lines are super cool, and I feel like people would like to get it. Another way they could do it is just making things partially Gleamium and then partially gold. You know what I mean? So you could either buy, it's like characters, right? You could buy them with gold or you could buy them with Gleamium. Just do something like that. Now, would the cost for gold be crazy for skins? Yes, it would. It would be fucking insane. But at least people that don't want to pay at least have something to work for. It's always nice to have something to work for. You always feel more compelled to play the game because of it. And obviously the free event stuff will be there just for funsies. And I feel like that is a very good thing to have. I don't know. It's not like a fucking crazy thing. I'm not fucking exploding the genre with this take, but it would be something nice to see. The next thing that I bet you they already worked on, I bet you they're already tweaking on, is the MMR. MMR felt not finicky, like I understood it, but it felt weird, right? So I understand how it worked. It would base it off of every match. If the person's below you, you would go down if you lost. If they're below you and you win, you go up a little bit usually. It really depends how close they are to you. And if they're really high above you and you beat them even once, you'll go insanely high. And if you lose both matches, but you still pull off like some fight, I bet you still get a little bit. I don't think you like lost anything because of it. Especially if they're higher than you, you wouldn't lose anything. But I understood it. But sometimes it didn't feel fair at all, right? It basing it off of one match always sucks, especially if you play more matches than that. Because let's be honest here, we all had that one moment where we lost to someone that's worse than us, just because we're playing a little bad, right? We're just playing just slightly bad. And then the next 2 matches, you won, fucking dominated them. They didn't stand a chance. You didn't switch your character, nothing. You just got more in tuned, right? You just got more in the flow state, and you beat them easily. But then you look at your rank, and you went down a lot, and it's super annoying to see that. I want to know how they're going to take it when it comes back, just because I know that's something that they're probably going to work on. A lot of people always complain about it. It was always weird to see. I understood it. I was fine with playing that game. It was like a Russian roulette, you know. You constantly, every time you press the play button, you're always risking that you would lose to someone a little worse than you and plummet your rank. And I'm a person that doesn't like to look at rank. I'm a person that hates looking at it because it makes the game less fun. But it was always a fucking tendency, you know. My caveman brain always wanted to go back just to see where I would be. And I'd always take it with pride and shame. So, I don't know, like, a good way of doing it. Some way I thought of it is maybe basing it off of, like, both matches. And then just kind of evaluating how well, like, if you didn't take a lot of damage. If you're, how many stocks you have left intact. Now, obviously, some people can leave, right? Like, it's not like they're going to be forced to play 2 matches. Or 3 if you get into the middle. But it would still feel nicer. It would feel a lot more understandable, you know? And I guess that's maybe just telling me that I should go play ranked. But rank wasn't really that great back then, which is another complaint, I guess. Rank back then, or at least how I remember it, at least for me as a PlayStation player, right? It wouldn't work. I would have to sit there for like 5 fucking minutes to get into a match. And that was like the first day to the last day. I could not play rank. It just wouldn't let me. Or at least it felt like it wouldn't let me. And I just never played it then. Would I probably have played it back then? Probably. I feel like the ranking system on that one felt a lot more fair than the MMR did. But I couldn't just because the game said, fuck you. It really did. 5 minutes to sit there and wait, that's like almost 2 matches. Just because how fast-paced the game is. I'm hoping that their whole fucking computing system and everything, I don't even know what they have. You know, the servers, they're just gonna work better. They better. Oh my god, can you imagine how much pain that would be if you loaded up Multiversus after a year of it being gone and you just can't play a game? Oh my god. Let's not think about the worst. It's gonna work perfectly fine, I promise. The last thing I can really think of that I can say, hey, I would really hope this changes, I really hope this is fixed by the time we play the game again, is one, I think I can speak for the whole crowd of the Multiversus community, and that is the hitboxes. Have you ever played a game that you felt like, I literally just got scammed? And that game probably was against a Finn. I won't even lie to you. Finn was one of the most, you looked at him and you're like, yeah, that guy's broken. That guy has one of the craziest fucking hitboxes the world has ever seen. I have made a couple videos on talking about it. There's one clip I have of 6 seconds where he doesn't hit me. I am behind his back. And the Lord himself apparently strike me down because I go flying to the fucking end zone right at the below my feet. I go zooming. It's so annoying. And I'm really hoping they really got that fucking hitbox down. I'm really hoping, for the love of God, I literally called it the Finn box, you know, because I felt like so many times there was points where you just got hit by something. You're like, this is bullshit, and it usually came with spikes. I don't know what about the spikes were, but anytime I got hit by a spike, usually from like Batman, you know, Finn, I feel like I was getting scammed. Like I'll be above them, they hit me with the fucking, you know, Batman hits you with the fucking foot straight down to the dome. And I'm above him, you know, I'm fucking hitting him with a little tease emote, you know, Bugs Bunny head ass. And I go flying! It was so annoying, especially with spikes. You know, spikes really hit you somewhere because you almost die almost every single time unless it was like an early stock. Like you're early in your percentage. But it's still annoying because you have to keep jumping and using your dodges and jumping or trying to attack them and doing something. It was so annoying. So please, for the love of God himself, just I want to see those hitboxes crisp by the time we get the game back again. Which again, I'm hoping is soon. But realistically, those 3 complaints that I have there are really all it. I really love the game, right? I really like the fighting. I liked how the cosmetics worked. I really feel like you had a lot of personality in the game to customize it and kind of just have a feeling of the game. You could really look at people and be like, yeah, those guys are toxic. Those guys play fun. Those plays competitive. Like, you can really tell. And there's not a lot of complaints. But there are some things that I kind of wish I'm hoping they shy away from something they don't really mess with. And this one is probably going to be a really, not I want to say controversial, but a more hated take. The take is that I don't want to see crossover characters. And what I mean by that is, you know, IP from other things that are not Warner Brothers. You know, so from like Nintendo, Sony, fuck it. I don't even give a shit. Xbox. I don't want to see it. And you might ask me why. Why would you not want to see it? This is multiverses, you know? This is like a bunch of things colliding into one. It would make sense that would have some stuff like that. And the reason being is that I feel like that characters like those take away from characters that will never ever have a chance in another fighting game in my lifetime, in your lifetime, on the Earth's fucking planet. You know? Think of it this way, right? Let's take Rayman and Marty McFly. Alright? Let's take it that way. Marty McFly, just think about all the fighting games we have recently. How many games does he fit in the category where he could be in the game? I bet you probably said none. Except for maybe Multiversus. Now let's take Rayman. Think of him, and where could he fit in gaming? Where could he fight in a fighting game? Well, he's in Brawlhalla already, right? He could have been in Smash Bros. And there's probably more. There's probably more games that could have just had Rayman in there because he fits, I don't know, just the wackiness of it. You know, he's more gaming aligned, which most fighting games normally are. They're mostly fighting game or like gaming centric. So let's say Rayman did get put in Multiverses, right? Now Marty McFly, a person that never has a chance in any other fighting game ever, just got robbed because people wanted to see their character that got denied from a different game. Like, come on. And Master Chief kind of works in that same way. I know there's a show, so maybe there's some like things there. I don't know how much Warner Brothers has like, whoa, you know, like whoa, you know, like widespreadness. But like him too. Like I don't want to see a character that could potentially be in any other game, right? It could be a different fighting game because most fighting games usually either take from gaming IP or they're like their own personal thing and shoved in there. It makes sense if Warner Brothers owned it, right? Like I'm fine with like Scorpion, you know. Could he be in like other fighting games? Yeah, platform fighters. I don't know about that, but you know he could. But at least it's owned by them. The other ones don't. They don't fucking. They have no correlation. So, I don't know. I feel like that's like a pretty, you know, nuanced thought. Like I don't think it's like a crazy thing to say, but I know some people do want their favorite characters from things that don't line up with it in their game. And maybe that you could probably explain it. If you have a character that you want to see like as a crossover character, and you can like verifiably explain how they would fit in like the whole like landscape of things, go for it. I would like to hear it. But like the characters I see, I don't see a correlation in the fucking slightest. Now let me talk a little bit more of a no-brainer one, a little no-brainer pick. That is being, I don't want them to change how they have the game set as in a fighting game, and I don't want them shying away from their doubles setup. Multiversus is super unique in the sense that they have this double setup, and I don't think they would get rid of it, right? But I don't want them seeing them tweak their fighting game-centric feel. Multiversus is super unique in a way where I didn't see it at first, but then I felt it. Like, hit me like a brick wall when I played Nickelodeon Star Ball 2. And that is the way you move in this game. You go flying, you're really airy in the beginning, and it feels kind of weird. But I honestly enjoy it a lot more than more of like a hard ground stance. You know, when you want to like fall down with a move, you want to do your free fall. Most games that are platform fighters, they make you wait until your peak, and then you can drop down. And I hate that. I hate that so much. You know why? It's because it feels like it takes away from combo potential. Now, does Multiversus have some combos where you're like, Jesus Christ, I'm pressing one fucking move, and this just carrying me to the whole last stage? Yes. Yes, there are some moves like that. But I feel like it makes comboing so much more accessible to people, a lot more fun, and a lot more wacky. Some things you don't even think could be paired, fuck it, it can be paired. I take Marvin as an example, right? I played Marvin, and I was thinking he was going to be a character that was a lot more strategy-based and a lot more thinking of where I need to place things and stuff like that. And then I realized his button goes fucking insane-o. His button just goes insane. And I when I saw that, I was like, huh, I never thought this would chain up together. But because of how easy it is just to free fall and move, it was possible. Then, you know, you start using that a lot more. But it's cool. I really enjoy how they play, and I'm really hoping when they do bring this back out, they don't change this in the slightest, because I really, really enjoy it. I really do. I really fucking do. The last thing that I personally don't want to see, which is more of like more of a joke thing, and I feel like it does more harm than good, is voice chat to the opponent. I'm fine with voice chat to your teammate. It would help a lot to talk to your teammate, especially if you play random doubles, which if you're that type of person, man, let the Lord be on your side, because I feel like if I played with some rando and he sucked utter ass, I would just get mad. I don't think I'd have fun at that point. I'm a winner, not a loser, you know? I have to keep winning or I'm just a big baby about it. So, I think to the teammates, sure, cool. I'm chill with that. It helps a lot. It's a duo game. You can't really have that without communication. But to the opponent side, what what good does that do? Let's take like Mortal Kombat for example. There's 3 options that can happen when you have voice chat on. You know, there's 4. 4 is gonna be the rarest one, all right? So number 1, you got obviously trash talking, which I don't care. You know, I like doing that. That's fun. Yippee fucking do. Cool. 2, you get the loud ass music playing, bro. I fucking hate the loud ass music because I'm listening to music myself, and if I have to hear Barbie Girl on the fucking opposite end, not that fun. And plus, it kind of like ruins because like you can't really hear anything that's going on in the game, and you know, sound usually helps you figure out what's happening. 3, you got the bad like parental figure. You got like the dad playing, and you hear the fucking baby in the back whining. You ask them why don't you go help them? They're like, fuck you. You know, like they're fucking rude about it. And then 4, you do got the good people. They're like, hey, nice job. But that's the rarest one. Because no one's that nice when you're playing a fighting game. Fighting games are meant to make you mad. So you keep playing to try to better yourself. And you go down this like whole rabbit hole, at least for me. But I don't feel like it would do any good. Would it be funny? Fucking yes. That's content for years right there, baby. You get to fucking fuck around with people. That is amazing. But in the long run, unlike more of a competitive, more of like a just basis playing, I don't think it would do anywhere good. And obviously you can just put on the mute feature. Make it so you can't talk to people on the opposite end. But still, just keep it out. You know, let's keep the game how it is. The most toxicity thing you could do in the game right now is just hitting a funny emote where, you know, like Arya's all based on around just being sarcastic and just a douche. Or just, you know, teabag. Go with an old classic, you know. But that's all. That's all the things. That's all of my opinions. That's all the things I could cook up in my brain and muster and think about. So, tell me some things that you would like to see in the game. Some things you probably would like for them to shy away from. We got a lot of questions today. Just create a discussion. Tell me some characters that you would think could fit in the game that are not like Warner Brothers property. And you could somehow muster up a way to put them in. That would be cool to see. I like seeing character creation. It's nice seeing that type of stuff. But, yeah. That's it for today. Hopefully, somewhat soon, we'll see something cool. You know, some little teaser, a little taste of what we can see. And hopefully, we won't see the dreaded tweet where it says, Dear Multiversus. I forget what even they fucking say at this point. Fucking MVPs. Yeah, we're shitting the bed right now, and we're pushing this bitch until the end of this year. That's like the worst case scenario, but it seems like they know what they're doing. I'm really hoping it's not a situation like before where they really waited till the last moment, started pushing shit back over and over and over and over. Like the McDonald's thing is looking very hopeful. I would say. I don't know why you really make a collab with like something like that without having preparation ready. So I don't know. But thank you guys for listening to my ramblings again. It's always fun doing that because I don't talk to anybody else in this world. So thanks, and I'll see you, hopefully, in the next one. Peace.